has chosen the Celtic Cross spread for your general monthly reading, which is perfect for this setup since it looks a little bit in the past, a little bit in the future, but focuses the most on what is going on right now. It is also the only spread that I do that devotes a card and a position to the environment. So there is likely something around you this month that Spirit wants to bring your awareness and attention towards. And that is what we're going to do today. Welcome into my great Scorpios. So good to have you here. My name is Scott Sagent and I am ready for your Celtic Cross spread for May 2024. We're going to get started right now. Here's my overlay of the cards of what I'm looking at, guys. So now you can see the bird's eye view of the cards on the table. If you want to see any of the other signs, I post these pictures on my Facebook page for all of the signs every single month. We're going to get started with your reading right now. Lots of stuff going on here, guys. Lots to talk about. We have 3 aces. Holy moly. 3 out of the 4. There's only 1 ace you guys did not pull, so a lot of new stuff going on this month. Let's talk about it. At the very beginning of your Celtic Cross, this is you and what crosses you, you and all that you are and what crosses you, the things that are on your mind, the things that are going on. First of all, you, they show as the King of Cups. He is the guy who is emotionally very secure right now. He is, maybe the environment around him is not, because he is floating on a kind of a makeshift raft, if you will. He's got just a plate of concrete in this deck, but he is just kind of floating in the water, but he's got his head on straight, despite it all. And it's a card about being emotionally very strong. Good authority push here too, because they did not say it's about just my males here. This is the energy of the king, so it's an authoritative energy. Being very authoritative with family moves, the family dynamic, love situations, all that stuff. Being very firm up here. Well, more so here than anywhere else. The heart coming in just fine. And anytime we have good stuff in tarot, we want to continue that, Scorpio, so keep doing that. Keep taking good control of the family dynamic. The thing that crosses a lot of Scorpios here in May is habits. Bad habits, things that have a bond on you that you don't want, some things that maybe you need to get rid of and purge. This is my devil card, so it represents kind of the boogers that are stuck to you, that you don't want stuck to you. So what that's saying here is May is a great time to address this. May is a great time to look at things very, very detailed look and be like, hey, we need to really break this down. These are the ways that we need to get rid of this bill, for example. These are the ways that we need to clean up our health. These are the ways we need to clean up the love life. They showed a great authority there, but it doesn't mean it's perfect, right? So anyway, that's what we're talking about, how we start, how we come in, what's on your mind with things. And it's also a card about being bonded just in general. So maybe some of you are thinking about getting hitched, being with somebody. Being married is also bonded. Of course, that's a good bonded, but you get the idea. It's talking about bondage coming in straight off the bat. They also bring in crystal clear intention with my Oracle Angel card. And it's Archangel Michael, one of only 2 named angels in the Bible, the big one, one of the big ones. He says, be clear about what you desire and then focus upon it with unwavering faith, the F word, okay? So be very clear about what you're trying to do here, guys. Don't be wishy-washy. It is a time to be very precise with things, especially the family. Huge there. We move backwards in time now, guys. The Celtic Cross reverse position. This is the near past, recent past. They show that a lot of Scorpios have been dealing with some setbacks here. Something that didn't go your way. Small failure. I hate the word failure, but you get the idea. Something that you expected to be one way didn't work out. Something, you expected this would be a nice little accomplishment. Well, you didn't get that job. The thing that you were trying to get, it fell through. Okay, so that's what they're talking about. A lot of Scorpios dealing with as we enter May from maybe, March, April. And you know what? It's still attached to you, whatever it is. So if it's done and it's over with, if this is you here, that's something we just got to put to bed. Don't let it affect your May. Don't let it bother you. Let's move forward in strength. Funny that we talked about strength because that happens to be your Rune Stone. We'll talk about more of that when we get there. But in your future position, guys, very, very bright future ahead. For a lot of Scorpios, they show a lot of you are being guided, okay? This can be an individual push here, being alone a little bit in the month of May or in the near future, which would be May, June. Okay, so some of you may be spending more time alone or doing more things off on your own. in the next coming weeks. But this can also be, like I said, about being guided. So some of you may be getting help here. For example, financial help is getting a financial planner, talking to one of them, getting put on the right direction with things, getting help from somebody who knows more about business than you if you're trying to open a business. So it depends on what you're trying to do, but looking to get the assistance from somebody who knows more than you on a given topic, okay? Being guided, looking good there. The compassion card comes in there, Angel Oracle card, compassion. It says, soften your heart with respect to the situation and all people involved, including yourself. So they're talking about a situation that is very diverse, very large, affects a lot of people, maybe has a lot of moving parts in the very near future. It is coming, guys. So pay attention to the signs. You are being guided, if not directly by a person. As we move into your above position, this is telling you something that you're very aware of, and they're talking about new credit or good credit. I'd probably call it good credit more than new. It's not necessarily new, but a good return on investment, guys. You guys are getting a nice payoff here. Maybe it's a return of a loan, Scorpio. Not telling you anything new, but this position is just talking about what is, so it's Spirit's way of validating that there is just good return going on here. Even if it's not financial, it could be financial, but if it's not, it could just be good energy return. It's just like you help somebody else move, they help you with something. It's a good give and take, good balance. Very nice. For others of you, maybe making good credit moves here also in the month of May. Bottom position. Okay, here's one that I love reading because my favorite position in the Celtic Cross is the one that you don't know. This is information that most of you are not aware of. And here, Spirit is letting you know from their perspective that what you're dealing with right now in the month of May, Scorpio, are things that are your choices. This is not them. This came up for another sign too. It's them putting the power back to you. And they're saying, hey, this is all you right now. Okay, May is not so much about us. Maybe it's just littler energy. And that's why. The big deals, they're going to have your back and they're going to be watching. But for right now, they have faith that you got this covered. You're going to be doing just fine in May. Power back to you. The Star card is not about momentum. It is the card about more your day-to-day choices. Maybe take things a day at a time in May, one thing at a time. Don't get too overwhelmed trying to do too much. All that comes up here. My Oracle Angel card is creative writing. It says in the card to make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or a book. Pay attention to creative writing and mostly creative. Whatever you do that's creative outlook, whether it's artistic, music, entertainment, whatever it is, a great time to do it, guys. And Spirit is pushing this in a big way, and they're saying this is your choice. So do whatever your creative outlook is. That is your expression. That is the way that you should really push forward in the month of May. There's something about the creative, maybe it's hobbies and interests. Maybe it's an old hobby that you haven't done in a long time that, May is a good time to revisit. Okay, so all those things come in very good for May. Scorpio, we got moving up the sides here. Number 7 is your advice. This is very interesting because this is where we have the 3 aces come in your 7, 8, and then 10. 7 is advice. So the advice is no new love here. Okay, so it is not a good time for my single Scorpios to be looking for new love. Maybe there's just some bad boogers out there, bad suitors, people that are just no good for you. We don't want to mess with it. Maybe, June changes. Better timing there. God's timing is a little bit better than ours at times. And here, what they show here is blocked new love. So it's just not coming in good. And that's the advice why they want you to avoid it. So also, this can go back to the family push that we talked about at the beginning too. It's just because things are not necessarily going smooth, like it's not overwhelmingly awesome right now, it's okay. It shows that you have a good authority over things and just keep pushing that way. It's eventually going to get to the overwhelmingly good part, just not right here, not right now. We have another blocked ace actually in the environment. This is probably why they wanted to talk about your Celtic Cross, because they show a lot of Scorpios here are coming in blocked in the work environment actually. This is my Wands card, Ace of Wands, coming in inverted. It's saying that new business, maybe your current business, trying to do new things, what you're trying to do in the work corner, your environment is holding you back. It is either holding you back or it's something you don't really care for. You don't really like it. And that's what they show in the month of May. So if that's something that is a big deal, you may want to address that or may want to consider addressing it in the month of May or very shortly after. Because we want to be in a good environment that is conducive to growth. And they're showing here, it's not for a lot of Scorpios. Good time to remind you too, guys, that this is a general reading. This is not about every single Scorpio. Of course, you're all different, living very different lives. But the general bubble energy allows us to get as much details as we can to help you through a couple major things in your month. But if you're looking for messages that are personal, private, and specific only to you and not about all of your Scorpio friends, I offer a wide variety of services from small all the way up to full service on my website, scottsagent.com. information that is all about you, and therefore it is very accurate. Worth checking out, guys. Let's get into your number 9 position. Number 9 is hopes and fears. It is my childhood card about nostalgia, or they can be talking about kids here. Some of you may have hopes or fears about children. Others of you may have hopes or fears about nostalgia, which is something that has happened before, almost kind of repeating, or something that reminds you of something in the past. It doesn't mean it was a good past. It could have been a bad past. It doesn't mean it's a bad past. It could also be a good past. So whatever this memory is that they're talking about, or a hope and fear coming in May, it reminds you of something from the past, from your past, or like I said, they're talking about children. A lot of different ways this can go here. And I don't even know if it's a hope or a fear, because the card that came in is neither positive nor negative. It just is. So it doesn't really give me a direction whether it's a hope or a fear, but it's something that we're still talking about regardless, because it's here in the cross. Final position, guys, number 10. They're looking very good for finances and health, okay? It's not going to be for both of these things. More than likely, it's one or the other. But I either have a great new money coming in, new coinage, which means new financial stream of some form coming in for a lot of Scorpios in the month of May, or this is a new health kick here, where it's something brand new with health, a new chapter perhaps, doing something new with health, new diet, new exercise, new way of handling yourself. I love the way it wraps up. I mean, the end of May is definitely better than the way it begins. But I don't really see any real problems here. It's just getting to, it's the new. It's weird because we have 3 aces. So they're like no, and then yes, new here. So it's kind of like certain areas of new. It's like yeah, the love thing is not a new. Okay, the finance or the health is yes, and then the work is also a no. So you can see they're being very clear with you guys here. Very, very. Brutally honest, if you will. And I love that, because then there's no guesswork from my side of the table. It's not like, oh, I think they mean this. It's pretty clear what they mean here. So anyway, we end on a very positive note, whether it be about health, whether it be about finances. Love the way it looks. Let's get into your Rune Stone. I already told you it's about strength. And that is one that is not on my board. Just kidding, it is. I always forget if strength is or not, because strength is not one that comes up that much. But anyway, we got strength here. Not sure which one is better for you to see. Definitely this side is easier. So yeah, right here, strength. It's kind of a weird jagged sign, hard to describe, but anyway, it's about being courageous in your month, having the strength to will yourself to do something you don't necessarily want to do. You have all the tools, you have the strength, so don't let this be a weakness. We need it to be a strength, and exude that strength. Guess when? May, Scorpio. May is the time for it. Now, moon cycles, they talked about the new stuff here. If it's anything that Spirit said yes, 2 thumbs up on the new, that is the new moon. Pay attention to the new moon for timing on that kind of stuff. If it's something you want to get out of your life, like that habit we talked about at the beginning, or whatever has a bond on you, that would be more full moon energy, and those are the dates you want to focus on that. So we're going to take a review over that, and your extra videos are going to be airing more toward the middle of the month. Your angel protection reading, which I'm doing for all the signs middle of the month, as well as your homily, guys. So worth checking out that later in your month. Let's get into those moon cycles and see what that forecast has in store for Scorpios. Okay guys, it is moon cycles forecast time. Let's talk about these lunar energies that are all around us anyways, so we can use it to our benefit, implement some positive change into your month. Well, the first thing you need to understand is whether these energies are coming in or going out. Just like the tides, the moon has control of that. In the same way, you can use it too. The first thing that hits chronologically this month is the new moon. You're going to see all the text information on your screen, any rare occurrences, as well as the date. Now, this is a target date for the new moon. It doesn't have to be done on this date, guys. I really like to bracket a few days before and a few days after to get a very powerful week where you can bring new things into your life and really manifest. If it is NEW, it's not there before, brand new, this is the best time to bring it into your life. Something new financially, maybe something new with work, new love, new health. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's new, this is the best time of the month to work on these things, really help bring it in. Adversely, the full moon, the opposite energy, the energy going out, hits on this date on your screen. And of course, the same rules apply. It doesn't have to be done on this date. We're talking about a week window, a few days on each side of it here. when this energy is very strong going out, and the energy going out is the best time to get things out of your life that don't belong there or that you don't want there, something that's got control of you or hold of you that you don't want. Maybe something like a bad habit, maybe emotional baggage, a bill that's got to go. That would be something financially, maybe something with health, maybe an eating habit that's got to go. It doesn't matter if it's got to go. The full moon is your best bet to get this change to stick. If any of this has confused you, I've put together a moon cycle cheat sheet. I do it every single month. It is free. It is on the website, guys. You can check it out very easily. It is a little graphic illustration, a tool that you can use so you can kind of see these changes moving in and moving out, so you can align things in your month to it to really get them to stick, implement some great positive changes. All right, guys, that is it. We have been through it all. I hope you have enjoyed the reading and can implement some great positive changes into your May 2024. That is what it's all about at the end of the day. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future readings. Have an excellent May. I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.